So see, this is what happens when you drive down from Atlanta, you get put on the spot. But I just want to thank everybody for being here, because this is important. We all recognize the historic nature of what we are living right now and the historic nature of the state of Georgia. So I want to thank all of the candidates who thought it not robbery to be here in person. I also want to thank all of the candidates. I want to thank all the candidates who could not make it because of prior engagements. But I want to charge our next governor of the state of Georgia. I want to charge the next state of Georgia, the next governor of the state of Georgia, to recognize all of Georgia. Many times, and this is why it was important for the Houston and Macon-Bibb NAACP to have this first meet and greet in Warner Robins. Many times politicians in the state of Georgia only go around 285. And we at the Georgia State Conference of the NAACP want to make sure that all of Georgia is seen, from the coast to the cotton fields, from the mountains to the beaches, and all of the beautiful parts in between. So I want to thank all of our partners tonight. Black Voters Matter, who is here, the Poor People's Campaign, of course, the Macon-Bibb NAACP, and the Houston County NAACP. But I also want to thank the citizens of Georgia. Y'all know how to show up for an election. Y'all know how to be boots on the ground. Y'all know how to stay in the fight, and y'all know how to focus on the issues in Georgia. This election and the municipal races, which will be in November, will be decided by Georgians, not by some loud individual in Washington, not by political pundits on the television screens, and not by issues other than what's important for the state of Georgia. And so what I want you to remember is, one, I want everybody to be a member of the NAACP. That's number one. Number two, I want everybody to learn how to get in some good and necessary trouble. Because one thing I can say about the association, we stay outside. I think Madam President Westbrooks knows that very well. As Jonathan just mentioned, we are fighting the issues at the Macon-Bibb detention center. They are the most horrible, dilapidated conditions we've seen in the state of Georgia, and that's saying a lot. But we also need to recognize the fierce urgency of right now. Voting rights are under attack. Women's rights are under attack. The very essence of what it means to be an American is under attack. But that's the purpose of the NAACP. For 116 years, we've been on the forefront fighting for people's rights. But there's no more fundamental right than we have than to pick our chosen CEO, Chief Executive Officer, Commander-in-Chief. Because I'm going to say this, and I think you would join me in this. Whether you're a sixth-generation Georgian like myself, or you just recently moved here, we are the birthplace of civil rights. And we will not end up with the Army, National Guard in our cities telling us what we will do. We will also not have individual purging 400,000 Georgians and not think to hear from us. So again, I say to the candidates, be a governor for Georgia, because if you don't, you're going to hear from me and all of the NAACP. So again, y'all, get to know these individuals, the ones that are on the video screen. Please make them come down to Warner Robins. Matter of fact, for the ones that weren't here, the ones that I called directly, it's not enough for you to have signs. It's not enough for you to talk about what you did in the past. What I want you to do is to talk to each and every Georgian and tell them what your plan is to make Georgia not only the best place to live, but the best place to raise a family. And last but certainly not least, y'all, we got to make sure we register voters. We got to make sure we knock on some doors and get people ready to vote in the midterms as well as the municipals. But most importantly, y'all, we got to make sure the entire world understands that Georgia still has something to say. So I'm excited, I'm fired up and ready to go. I'll see you at the municipal races, which early voting will be starting in October. So make sure you vote for your local mayors, your local city council people, your special election for the Public Service Commission. And then in 26, let's make sure we get to know these candidates and candidates up and down the ballot as Georgia changes the course of history again. I appreciate you. I'm the 13th president of the Georgia State Conference of the NAACP, but more importantly, we are going to round up the voters and get them out to the polls. I'll see y'all at the polls.